was very critical of me recently on Twitter, acting
right.
like this job's easy.
Well,
like football management's easy. What's all that about, eh?
I don't think management's actually that hard. I think you make it look difficult, like, if I'm being completely honest.
You think it's that easy, do you? You think you could just walk in and do a job?
I reckon I could give it a go.
Well, I mean, if you had the balls to prove it, maybe I could take this seriously.
How about you give me an opportunity to prove it? How about you give me a go?
Right, what's the plan?
Well, winner stays on. You know, if you lose, I get a go at it.
Okay.
How does that sound? That's the idea behind it.
Well, you'll barely get a game then if we do.
Well, all right, we'll start tomorrow then.
Next episode?
Yeah, next episode. We'll start it then.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, sure.
Best perform better.
I get today.
You get today.
All right.
You best
Deal.
Best perform better, Ben.
Deal.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back then to another episode of Road Trip. Now, as mentioned, we're in a transfer bonanza. Now, I was hoping to bring you the end of the transfer window, but in Germany, the league starts very early. And as you can see, so far, unbeaten in the league, 2 wins, 1 draw. This Dresden team have started off very, very brightly. There's a name there you will not recognise, Yannick Hein. Who is this guy? Well, he's not the only new name in the squad, so let's run you through the Dresden transfers. Now, before we focus on the ins that are very exciting, but they can wait just a second, let's focus on some of the outlets then. A lot of players have left. Basically, they're on sort of 8 to 15,000 that aren't really playing on the side and frankly needs to be moved on. As well as that, we've lost some players that would have probably been squad players, but money came in, it made sense to sell, so we've sold. Some of those include players like Ante Juric, who we're not going to play. I mean, I think we've got buybacks on some of these guys, but we're not going to play him. Vargas the same. He might turn into something really good, but as things stand at 16, it's a bit young. They offered money. The buyback isn't ridiculous on it. We can't see it there, but I think it was around sort of 400,000 if we want to get him back at some point. We may well do. Who knows? Frankfurt have taken him for now, though. We've then sold Diallo, the striker that was sort of a backup target man. We're not going to play him that often, if we're completely honest with ourselves, so he's moved on to. And Isaac Dunker, who was a centre-back, we've also shifted on to FC Wacker Innsbruck. So hopefully he enjoys it there. Hopefully he whacks a few people. No, just like abusive. So you're probably sitting there going, all right, yeah, fair enough, they've gone. Futanas has gone. 27-year-old Greek player, didn't really fit in. He's an out free agent. Whatever, you know. Christoph Hermann, again, another player that we're just not, he just wasn't getting in this team. So you must have replaced them, Ben. We have replaced. I've just hit continue by accident. I've just brushed my hand on the space bar and it's sending it into a... Okay, well, let's just let this happen then. Luckily for us, the ins won't have changed. The only real thing that's happened is that Bosom keeps getting offers. I'm not accepting them at the moment. They're not enough. So finally, let's focus then on some of the ins. Now, I've brought in, 9 names? 9 players to refresh this squad, to give it a little bit of oomph. You can see mainly we've gone for free transfers. We've bought someone from Bayern Munich, as well as we've brought someone in from Wolfsburg as well, and loaned in a player from Marseille. We'll look at him first then. Maxim Burdakovsky, I think that's how you'd say it. Decent little player, you know, plays as a left back, can play as a centre back as well. Very quick for a defender, good heading, marking is slowly improving, tackling's already quite good, and mentally, you know, he's not too bad. Left back cover, can also play a centre back cover. That's where we brought him in. 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. The Belarusian enters Dresden. Sankhar, Yunis Sankhar, central midfielder, 33 years of age, brought in from Lille. Was actually playing in League One last year, so we've done pretty well to get him. He's not bad, you know, good central midfielder, 3-star current ability, won't improve because he's 33. Deep line playmaker, can play in all the midfield roles though, really. Decent mentals, decent technicals, and his physicals for a 33-year-old still relatively good. Of course, they will go down over the next couple of years, hence he's only on a 1-year deal, but as a free transfer, I think that's pretty good. Now, this is one of my favourite free transfers, an attacking midfielder that can also play in the centre, Laszlo Benez. I think that's how you'd say it. I could be wrong. Benez maybe? Who knows? Benez sounds good. Physically okay, 6 foot tall, good flair, good vision, very creative. Obviously the creative spark in this side, good technique, passing is good as well. Decent free kick taker, crosses, corners, that sort of thing. I think for a 3.5-star player, again, on a free transfer, he's on nearly £17,000 a week, so it's quite a big deal for the Slovakian. But at 25 years of age, he's on a 3-year deal, has currently been at Mönchengladbach, didn't really get into their team that much over the last few years, has been playing for their second team, really. We've brought him in. And I've got to say, I'm very happy with the purchase. I think if his mentals slowly improve over the next few years, we're going to have ourselves a dynamite little player on our hands. We've now got Jonas Depp, You know what's about to happen, don't you? You all know. We're changing his name to Johnny Depp. I was waiting for you to be here to do this. Johnny Depp was signed for the club. Jonas Depp, physically good. Again, crossing's good, dribbling's good, first touch very good. Basically, he's a second choice winger. He's not going to play in every game for us. It was at Damstad last season where he had a bit of an impact. Not as many assists or goals as you'd like, especially with 1 and 4. Not that good. Previously from Augsburg. So we brought him in. I think Johnny Depp could be... he could be the Jack Sparrow of this side. That doesn't mean anything. I just wanted to say Jack Sparrow. But decent little player. Again, free transfer. 650,000 is already his value. So even if it doesn't work out, can be sold on a 3-year deal. So certainly possible. Right then, those are the free transfers and the loan transfers. Now we've made 3 purchases for money. There's also a player that got away. And I'm going to show you him. I don't want to show you him because it hurts me. But I'll show you him first. So I was battling VVV in Holland for this guy. If we take a look at their players, you'll see him at the bottom there. Kang Hee Seong, I think is that how you say it, has been bought in by VVV. It was us and them to battle for him. 5'9", physically pretty good. If he was a little bit quicker, it'd be excellent. Mentally, though, at 20 years of age, already fantastic. Great free kick taking, heading. His dribbling and finishing already well up there. And the reason I really wanted him is not only because he was South Korean, and that would be good for the revenue, but because they bought him for £34,000. The big sticking point, I wasn't willing to offer a minimum release fee. They were willing to offer a minimum release fee, 2.8 million, which does mean, as you can imagine, if we do get promoted and we still want a striker of this calibre, we can go back in for him. But to miss out on a player who was worth £34,000 hurts a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But obviously we'll see how he does for VUV and maybe go back in for him. But let's not worry about the players we don't have. Let's focus on the players that we do have. And we'll start with Mamadou and Gesson from ASEC. Of course, you'll know ASEC being sort of the Ivory Coast hotspot for Wonder Kids. 3-star current ability, potentially 4.5-star player. Only really acceleration being his downfall. Everything else is very, very good. 6'3" centre back at 21 years of age. Has already been capped at under 20 level for the Ivorian international team. And jumping reach is good. Balance is good. Good strength. Again, acceleration lacking a little bit, but it does have a little bit of pace, bravery, determination. His heading and marking already very good. His tackling solid as well. And those mentals will no doubt improve over the next few years. He's on a 3-year deal, £4,000 a week, and only cost me $850,000 for a player that I think has got tremendous resale value. And on that, he does currently have a £2.2 million release fee to a club in a higher division. This is the kind of player that when you bring in, you almost know at some point you're going to leave. That the idea behind this is, though, that I'll renegotiate his contract after this season and remove that release fee, or at least make it a lot bigger. The next player we'll go with, we'll keep high until the end. Friedrich has come in. Alexander Friedrich, a first-choice goalkeeper, and you know me, I like a homegrown talent to be in net. So for £4,700 a week, and how much did he cost me? Not a great deal. £81,000 from Wolfsburg. You can see last year, of the 34 games he played for the second team in Wolfsburg, 18 clean sheets. The year before that, 21 clean sheets, and they're barely conceding any goals. So he comes into the side, great handling, decent kicking as well. Reflex is very good, command of area is very good. Physical's lacking a little bit, but does have some great strength, and at 6 foot is, in my opinion, especially because he's German as well, the perfect goalkeeper for the side we have right now. It has meant we've had to shop around a few of the goalkeepers, but Friedrich is going to be... He's going to be a superstar. I'm making the prediction now. He's going to be a superstar. And then finally then, Yannick Hein, who has been brought in from Bayern Munich. That's right, Bayern Munich, for £500,000. I was amazed he was available. We had a few options, of course, like that chap from South Korea. There was a loanee we could have got from Shakhtar, but instead, I decided to make the purchase on Yannick Hein. And these are the reasons why. You can already see that at 1.5-star current ability, that to me is the most impressive thing about him. When I scouted him, and it said 1.5 star, I couldn't help but think, he already looks like a 3-star player. How good can this guy get? Now, there's so many great things about this guy. 5'8", so a little poacher in the box. Finishing, of course, little issue. 12 finishing, we'll look to improve that. But the pace, agility, balance of the man, the natural fitness of the guy are outstanding. 21 years of age still, so he's got plenty of time to grow. First touch is already there. Technique's already there. So we can definitely get that finishing up. I've no doubt about it. The composure and off the ball stats also, you hope in the next couple of years will improve as well. Get to the 13, 14, maybe even 15 mark with those ones. And my favourite part, despite the fact he's on 16 grand a week, is this. You can notice his contract info. No release fees, no clauses, no sell-on fees. If this guy does become a world beater, which I suspect he might do, we make all the money, which I think is the most important thing. Can play in central midfield, but I will most definitely be deploying him as a striker, and it will be our front man along with Bart. So that's the team. What do you think then, signing-wise? Are you impressed? I think this guy could be rather special. You look at the coach report, even his cons, none of them are, in my opinion, that bad. They're genuinely not that bad. Like, in terms of strikers we currently have, he's already up there with Bart in terms of ability. Of course, we've still got Altenberg, the youngster that's coming through. He's improving every single day, 18 now, and continues to improve. Him, Bart and Hein, I think, are the perfect three to have intertwining. Can play as a two, can play as a single player as well, up top. I like it a lot. So meet Hein. There he is. So our squad now then looks a little bit like this. Hein is funny because when you look at it, you go, well, there's your weak link up front. No, absolutely not. He's still a star for me. He's only played one game for me, and on his debut, got a couple of goals. We'll keep him in the side. Bart played previously this season and got some goals as well. So overall, I'm very happy. It just occurred to me, I never showed you Nicholas Bestie. Left back. Got all the attributes, bit of a full-back wing wizard. He's really good as well. Just occurred to me, I hadn't shown you him. 20 determination, it's attractive. Formerly of Augsburg, currently plays for Dortmund on the game, so if you load it up, he'll be there. So then, as mentioned, this is the squad as things stand, and this is the tactic we're playing as things stand. We're keeping with what we had last year, and I'm hoping it continues to be a fantastic tactic for this side. Lots of rotation in midfield now. We've got Benez, we've got Zanto still, Sakir, so many names that are difficult to say. Hepner still here, of course, Pissamoglu. So we've got so many midfield options now. I think we've got great depth there, as well as on the right wing. I think Holsch's there, as well as Johnny Depp. On the left side, Seeger and Bestie can play a little bit further forward if needs be. Of course, we can switch things up. We can play a diamond. We can play sort of a 3-1-2 formation. We can play so many things now with the players we've got at our disposal and not lose that much quality. Our back line, solid, strong, and I'm excited. We're going into today's game then. It's a bit of a, I don't want to say anti-climax, but it's the first step in the German Cup first round, just to see how we get on. League form has been very good, but this is the game I'm deciding to show you today, because I think we'll batter them, so you'll get to see all of our players play to their best. So let's get into it. And of course, there's a bit more pressure on the game today. If we go out of this cup competition, that's going to be a problem, because I'm going to have to give up, well, the mouse. Really, you can't quite the mouse if I don't win. I should say, throughout the summer as well, I've had offers for different players. Seeger is sort of desperate to leave, but I'm not letting him go. Altenberg's had quite a few offers as well, but again, no. Like, the offers are... They're a pittance, boys. They're a pittance. I'm not interested in your pennies. Oh, Fatty Dink wants to leave to join us, but no, it's not happening. Stop bidding for my bosom. Sorry, you've caught me there. Okay, then. I think what we'll do, we won't play our full strength side. We'll play a bit of a mix and match thing. We'll put Johnny Depp in today. We'll also play Gessen at the back alongside Rotpuller. We're solid everywhere, really. We'll also bring Pissamoglu back into the side and keep the midfield as it is. Actually, I'm going to play Hepner over Benez today. Right, Hein's going to be up front. Hopefully, Hein continues his great goal-scoring run. Altenberg is going to be on the bench and will probably come on at some point. I feel sorry for Bart, if I'm not going to lie. Bart has become the solid second choice, but with a young player like Altenberg, you also want to play him. So it's almost like his third choice. I noticed that the other team are playing here, only with 6 substitutes, a rookie manoeuvre, or tactically fantastic, which is how I'd describe it. Now, this is a game that ordinarily we should win without any trouble. It should be no bother. But you know what I'm like, so let's find out. Pre-season went really well as well. We won most of our friendlies. I think we won all of them but one. I think we might have drawn one. It's going well, boys. I mean, like, a lot of people were leaving comments yesterday saying, you look like you're really enjoying this. I am genuinely, absolutely loving this Dresden save right now. The team we're developing. I'll try and show you them more and more this season, so you get to know a lot of the players. Because as I say, this is a team that hopefully will go up with me. As Hepner on this right-hand side gets it blocked. We've now got Burakovsky. That needs to go. Hepner loses the ball, and now we're going to have it with Fatty Dink on this right-hand side. But I do love it. I think the players here are exciting. There's just so many positives about the side, about the team, about what we could achieve this year. I genuinely think we're in the race for like the top 3 as Hepner gets the first goal. Seeger on that left-hand side with a lovely delivery. Hepner's second goal of the season. This, to me, is a confidence-building game. I want to see us score 5 or 6 here. I don't really know how good the other team are. Hopefully they're not very good. I want a goal fest is what I want. You see here, Seeger on this left-hand side. Great delivery. You think how far he is to the corner. It's almost like a corner. Front post, Hepner gets there. Their goalkeeper just went for a run. Just literally went for a run. I don't know if he knows he's in goal, based on what I just watched there. We've won it back in midfield, and now Seeger runs past one, runs past another. Hein at the front post gets his goal, and Yannick Hein with his 3rd goal of the season. Within a 5-minute period, have scored 2. Seeger on this left-hand side, causing them all sorts of problems. Another fantastic delivery into the middle, again to the front post. Hein, left-footed finish into the near post, and we look very good. Johnny Depp's got an injury. I told him to be careful with that bloody knife. Johnny, because of Captain Jack Sparrow. Not that Johnny Depp carries around a knife. I should have explained that more clearly. All right, Altenberg's probably going to be the other player to replace him to come on. Not a natural at right. He seems to be a natural at right wing. I mean, it doesn't say. He's a perfect winger, apparently. All right, his crossing's not as good, but get him out there. To be honest, I'm just happy to give him game time. Oh, if he turns amazing, I'm going to be so happy. Problem is with some of these players, right? I'm talking about the future of Dresden and how this team are like one of the perfect teams to build. I'm so aware of the fact I'm doing a journeyman save. There will come opportunities if we play well to move on to bigger and better things. That though will give me the opportunity for the first time to bring some of these players with me to other sides, and that is the real excitement for me. I think is that while I know that I'm with this team for now, I can watch them grow. There's this sense of if we move on, I can bring guys with me from this team, and that's quite cool. And I don't think I've really had that yet. I don't think we've necessarily had it with Morecambe or with Shelburne or with any of the teams we've used before. But with this Dresden side, you just sense there's a lot of quality in this team. As Altenberg has a shot blocked, and now Victoria tried to bring it away. Not a bad ball out, and now we're under a little bit of pressure in this second half. We're under no pressure. So what do you think? I mean, make a prediction in the comments section, by all means. Leave your like, leave a prediction. I think, I worry a little bit that there's teams in this division that are far better than us, and that'll be a problem. But I do think a sort of 3rd or 4th place finish will be where we come. I think we'll battle for that 3rd place. As a corner was put in by Pissamoglu, Antonio Ball has given a penalty kick, and who is number 10 stepping up? There's been a sending off for abuse towards the officials. My word, it's amazing I've never been sent off. Hein's going to step up for his 4th goal of the season and his 2nd of this game. Hein from the penalty spot, great penalty, it really was a good penalty, and that, my friends, will seal this game. I mean, it's going on behind me. We're going to take Hein off though, leave him on 2 goals, frustrate him a little bit, bring Bart on up front, not just so he doesn't feel left out really. I don't want him to think that I've made changes and he's not part of that. 5 minutes to go. Just going to make another quick change as well. We'll bring on Saka, I think, on that left-hand side. He's left-footed, so he can naturally play on that side, which is, again, something I really like. I've always been the sort of person that likes to have a left foot on the left side and a right foot on the right side. I don't like... I know on Football Manager, a lot of people have inside forwards. I've never been a fan of inside forwards. All right, 5 seconds left to go here, and although it was a routine cup win, it's been a game that we've largely dominated. 18 shots to their 1, and I will say a bit of a demolition job. Dortmund won their game 8-0. That really makes mine look poor. I should say, actually, in every game so far this season, we've largely dominated. We actually went unbeaten in pre-season, beating Vanessa Caledonia Thistle, even. So against Hallenhelm, we dominated the game largely. More possession, more shots. Against Union Berlin, or Berlin Kopernik Damfield, which we probably prefer. Again, more shots, more possession. Didn't win the game, though, bit annoying. And again, in the other league game, where Yannick Helm got 2, a 2-0 win. They missed a penalty, but they had a man sent off, and again, largely dominated. They actually had more possession, interestingly, but we dominated in terms of chances created. So far, so good, I would say, at Dresden. If you've enjoyed today's video, then please do drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. We love with care. Goodbye. What's this hand doing here? It's also awfully close to the camera. Oh! It's like a puppet without a glove. Puppets don't wear gloves.